People have complained about busy work for so long. I don't want to do this busy work. Half my job is busy work. I don't have time to do the deep thinking and the deep work. Guess what? AI is doing the busy work. So what are you going to do now? You got to come up with ideas, and you have to refine the ideas, and you have to collaborate on them, and you have to get them done creatively. What are people going to do now that they don't have busy work?
There's some principles, like you've mentioned this, that serendipitous encounter between the account executive and the engineer that results in, a bug fix or a feature implementation that takes 5 minutes instead of 5 hours and 10 meetings. So there's some principles that probably say you want to enable these, but there's no playbook, because how on earth, besides just forcing everyone into the same room, could we have done this before technology? So is there a role that Robin can play now to help companies really optimize everything from not just physical location, but schedules to help unlock all of this kind of like human to human interaction?
Yes. So we introduced something called a collaboration score, and the collaboration score looks at a few different elements. One of the interesting ones though is, are people seated next to people in their department, or are they seated next to people in other departments or near people in other departments? Companies that kind of mix up roles are generally more successful, whatever the measurement of that is, I won't get into. But so I think that coming up with the right plan for your company comes from a number of things. So you want to balance, here are the usage patterns. Here are the types of rooms people actually gravitate towards or not. And that's important, because if you see like all of the call rooms overflowing and the huge conference rooms going unused, you're going to realize people need more space for heads down work in the office. You're going to find relationships between departments that you didn't know existed and maybe are important ones to foster. You're going to see if you have a policy in place that you want people coming in 3 days a week. You're going to see which departments stick to that, which ones don't stick to that. And maybe that's completely fine. And maybe you want to say, hey, engineers, you can work from home 4 days a week. Other types of roles, especially like these junior sales roles, you need to watch people working. People new to the workplace in general, or workforce in general, need to understand the dynamics of how people communicate. And so
and can you help with that? I think that's something that's been on my mind a lot. I think, and I don't think I'm alone. I think there's a lot of people who think we're probably doing a disservice to an entire generation by pretending that, they can be absorbed into an organization, they can learn from an organization remotely. So can you be proactive as Robin in helping organizations navigate these problems? Or is it more that you're looking at their behavior and you're saying, okay, we're going to help you as an organization follow what your people want to do? How do you view your role in helping organizations get the most out of their people and their facilities?
So then so you have these kind of like usage inputs, or what actually is happening, right? What has happened. Then you need to combine employee sentiment. So, people with facility management titles, something really interesting has happened is that we did a survey of our customers, and 50% of people with like workplace or facilities in their title said that employee experience in the office is the number one measure of their success.
Is that a national or international survey, or is that kind of hyper local?
It is international. Most of our customers are North America and Europe, though.
Because that's a really interesting statement. Because if your customers were like Bay Area tech companies, right?
Yeah.
Especially from maybe the ZIRP era a little earlier, I would, I'd buy, of course, the facility managers are all about giving them the playthings that they need. But at scale globally across industries, what a fascinating statement. Facilities managers care about employee sentiment and they're incented on it. That's new to me.
A lot of our customers are in professional services type of organizations, some tech companies, typically 500 to 5,000 people. It's
That's cool.
It's a very diverse spread of companies. So you need to understand employee sentiment, but we also have like an actual feedback survey. And so it is important to take that feedback and summarize it and apply it to your company policy. So there are things that you can infer from analytics, but you need to kind of measure that against what people are saying, because if employees, the whole point of an office is for people to want to be there, and people don't want to be there right now because they don't have their stupid desk or their conference room for their meeting. They're commuting, a salad is $20. Like, they only see downsides.
Yeah.
And so the workplace has to be comfortable for them. And so that's just these design elements are really important. So you need to know, do these people actually prefer working in this open kind of cafe style environment? Certain departments might, and certain departments are going to absolutely hate that. Do you need the private rooms? Do you need the larger rooms for collaboration? Amenities, sitting near a printer, like sitting near a printer, if you are an architect, is this extremely coveted thing. We actually created a priority booking system for certain workspaces that are near these coveted amenities, but you have to know very specific things. You have to know amenities. You have to know what kind of accommodations. You have to, should be obvious. People hate hotel desking. They hate going to an office and not having the same place to sit. Even if they only go in once or twice a week, they want to always go back to the same place. And so what a company would do with that is say, okay, if you come in a certain amount of days a week, you will get an assigned desk. There's just so many nuances, but I think companies do have to design their own policies. And they may have a belief behind it. Some companies believe you got to be in the office 5 days a week to be productive. Some are really strong on remote. Most are in between, though. Most don't have a super strong philosophy. They're like, we just want to be productive. Well, and I guess this goes back to this AI thing, which is, I think that people have complained about busy work for so long. I don't want to do this busy work. Half my job is busy work. I don't have time to do the deep thinking and the deep work. Guess what? AI is doing the busy work. So what are you going to do now? You got to come up with ideas, and you have to refine the ideas, and you have to collaborate on them, and you have to get them done creatively. What are people going to do now that they don't have busy work?